Hi everyone, here we are for lesson number 3. This is our first lesson on subtraction, and the strategy we're going to look at today is called counting back or removal. We're going to try it with counters, a drawing, and then numbers. Some examples for you to try. Let's give it a go.
Counting back or removal. When we count back or remove, we start at the biggest value and then we count back. How far we count back depends on the value of the smaller number. The answer is the number we stop counting at. 3 steps. Start on the big value. 2. Jump back the value of the small digits. Then the number you end on, which is step 3, is your answer.
Here is the first question. As you can see, this is a good number to use for counting back / removal because the numbers and values are far apart. So I have started on the bigger value. I have made that here, 484. I'm going to remove the smaller value in chunks. So I need to decide what chunks I'm going to remove the 67 in. I've decided in this one, don't have to do it this way, you can do it in other ways. I'm going to remove 60, then I'm going to remove 7 to start with. I might edit that as we go through, but let's have a look. So if I've got my 484 here, I'm going to start first of all by removing my 60. I'm going to remove 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That leaves me with 424. Okay, so I've got rid of my 60. That leaves me with 7 to take away. Before I do that, I can take away 4 straight away, leaving me with 3 to remove. The problem with that is I don't have 3 to remove. I have no units left over here. So what I can do is a couple of things. I can take 3 away from 20 and see what that gives me. Or I can get rid of a 10 and exchange it for 10 units, which I have here, allowing me to remove the final 3. I can do that now. And that will leave me with the answer. I've removed the final 3. That leaves me with 400, add 10, it's 410, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the answer is 417. I'm going to give you a question now where you can attempt to do it with the counters as well. Your turn now. Here's the question I've given you. 363, take away 54. Remember the steps. Start on the larger value, I've laid that out for you. Partition this number up and then take it away in chunks. Give it a go. We'll see you in a second to see if you got the same answer. Let's have a look at what I did. Remember, you might have taken away the chunks in different ways and that's fine. But what I decided to do was take away my 50 in one go because I can. You might have decided to take away groups of 10 one at a time. And then I'm going to try and take away 3, and then I'm going to take away 1. Let's have a look. If I start off with my bigger value, 363, I can take 50 away in one go, which leaves me with 10. I can then take away 3. So I've taken away 50, taken away 3, I've got 1 left to take away. Now, I've got 310 here. Rather than me put this 10 to the side and exchange it for units, which you could have done, all I'm going to do is 310 take away 1, which I know is 309. So the answer is 309. Hopefully you got the same answer. Let's have a look at one where we're drawing the answer now. Let's have a look at this question now. We're going to draw our workings out. The same method applies, the same step applies. Start on the larger value, partition this out however you choose, and take it away. So let's draw our empty number line first. We're going to start on the bigger value, which is 1,235. And now we're going to take away some chunks. So I'm going to start by taking away 30, just to get rid of this number and try and make it a friendly number like we talked about with adding. So I'm going to take away 30. That's going to take me to 1,205. Let's see if we can make it an even more friendly number. I'm going to take away 5. Just keeping a tally up here. You don't need to do this bit, but I am just going to do that just to keep me right. which is 1,200. Right, I've taken 35 away. I've got 12 left to take away. You might want to do that in one go. I'm going to do it in 2 steps. I'm going to take away 10, which is going to take me to 1,190. And I'm going to take away 2, take me to the final answer, I hope, which is 1,188. Come back up to the top. 1,188. Okay, let's go through the steps again. Start in a large value. Take away this smaller value in chunks. How you do that is up to you. I've tried to work to zeros because I know that's a friendly number and that's just how my head works. If I add these numbers up, I should get the same value as this. So let's double check. 30, add 5 is 35, add 10 is 45, add 2 is 47. I've definitely taken away 47. The answer is what I finish on, 1,188. Your turn now. Here's your question. 1,348, take away 67. Before you start, let's go through the steps. Start your number line on the biggest value. Partition the small number. Think about the chunks you can do. Try and work to a friendly number. It is easier. There's no race to get to the end. You do it in the chunks that work for you. The number you land on is the answer. Double check you've taken away 67 by checking and adding up your jumps. Good luck. Let's see how you go on. This is how I would do it. This doesn't mean you've done the same thing. As long as we get to the end here and we've landed on the same number, it should be fine. Right, I'm going to start off by taking away 40. Let's get to a friendly number straight away. So that's 1,308. Remember, it's only the tens place that's going to have changed here. That means I've got 27 to take away. I'm going to take away 20, which is going to take me to 1,288. That means I've got 7 left to take away. Notice I'm showing what I've taken away and I'm writing the number under where I've landed each time. Taking 7 away, the last amount. So that's 1,281. If you got that answer, well done. If you didn't do the same jumps that I did, that's fine. Some of you prefer to do the units first. Some of you will have done bigger jumps with the tens. Some of you have done smaller jumps with the tens. As long as we end up on this answer, it's absolutely fine. Well done if you got it. The final way to show this is with writing. So you just write down the sums and you do the same thing. Again, we start on the bigger value, which is this number here. We take away the small value in chunks. The number we finish at the bottom is our answer. When we're writing, we're going to work down the way so we can show all our workings. So 1,274. I'm not going to try and take away 80 to start with, but I can take away 70 in a nice manageable chunk. So 1,204. Let's make it even more friendly. You start on this number. 1,204, let's just take away the 4, 1,200. Right, I've taken away 74, that means I've got 12 left to take away. 1,200, take away 10, because that's easier for me. It's 1,190. Got 2 left to take away, 1,190. Notice every time I'm starting a new column, I'm starting with the number I finished with. Take away 2. 1,188. That's the answer. Come and put it back at the top. 1,188. Well done. Now, I'm going to give you a question now. The question I'm going to give you is this. 1,334 minus 67. 1,334, take away 67. If you feel confident enough, write the answer, write your workings. If you're not confident, you prefer the drawing, do the drawing. If you want to use the counters, use the counters. Doesn't matter as long as you get the same answer. Give it a go. This is how I would do this question. Again, you might have different jumps on the way back, that's fine. As long as we end up on the same number at the top at the end, it's absolutely okay. Starting the bigger value, which is 1,334. I'm going to take away 30. Give me 1,304. 1,304. I'm going to take away 4. to give me 1,300. Again, I'm working to friendly numbers. If your brain doesn't compute that way, that's fine, but that's what helps me. Taking away 34, I've got 33 left to take away. 1,300, I'm going to take away the other 30 to give me 1,270. 1,270, with 3 left to take away. 1,267. That's the answer. Notice I'll double check. 30 add 30 is 60, 4 add 3 is 7, 60 add 7 is 67, taking away 67, definitely. So the answer is 1,267. If you got the same answer as me, well done. There we are then, that's subtraction using counting back or removal. Go through the steps. Start on the larger value. That's first step. Second step, partition the small value. Subtract it in chunks, depending on how confident you feel. Depends how big the chunks are and how many chunks you need to take away. The number you land on is the answer. The chunks you've taken away should add up to the smaller value. That's a good way to check. I hope that explained it really well. The next strategy we're going to look at is subtraction again, but this time we're going to do the inverse and we're going to do adding up.